Hello, hello, hello. Oh boy, my voice is squeaky. Thank you for coming and welcome, everybody. Welcome in. I apologize, I'm a couple minutes late. I had a busy day today and time got away from me. Sissy, Joanne Stevens, hello. She's saying hello to the chat, pink hand waving. Juanita Campbell, thank you for coming. I'd like to thank each of you for giving the thumbs up. If you're here for the first time, hello, Demps Designs. Thank you for coming and welcome. If you're here for the first time, don't forget to share the channel out and give a thumbs up. Oh no, I'm seeing things. Sorry about that. I am You Caught Alive. Yay! It's rough though. There's so many lives, so many shorts, so many everything. And if you're like me, because I see yours, but I think like it's on a Sunday or a date that I'm not able to come live, Maria Graham. I would like to thank all of the moderators because without you, this channel would not be possible when I am doing things, running around, cooking, sewing, painting, designing things. The moderators and the other subscribers are the ones who see you, say hello for me, and will give me a phone call later on or put in the chat, Auntie Ellen, did you see such and such a thing? Did you do this? Did you do that? Well, today is one of those days in life, as my mother would say. Speaking of which, Mother, I'm sorry. I hope you get this message. I see that you tried to FaceTime me this afternoon. I will call you after the live stream. For those of you who are here or coming in, please pray for my mom. She's in the hospital right now. Nothing major at 93 years old, but just pray for her well-being, peace of mind, and sending love. She does like to be home and watching this on her TV at home. So she does have her cell phone with her. And I see that I missed a FaceTime. So she has her telephone, but she doesn't work it that well when she's by herself. So, Mother, I will see you Sunday, no matter what. And I love you very much. I love each and every one of you, and I appreciate each and every one of you. Mother, Maria Graham is saying hello. And I have getting excited, hyperventilating, talking fast. Slow down. So I will slow down. So I have good news and I have bad news yesterday. Well, my mom's been in the hospital since Monday. That's not the bad news. The bad news is that one of the family friends that we have known for at least 74 years. And you know what I always say? Good friends become family, and family is everything. So, sad story. One, thank you. Maria Graham likes my hair. You like it when I can't do anything with it. I was out running around today, lots of running around. I'll tell you about that in a minute. One of our family friends, next door neighbors, that we have known since for at least 70, how old am I? 76 minus 4, at least 72 years, was like a brother to us, passed away suddenly. He found out last week that he had leukemia. Yesterday, he had a stroke and passed away. I found out about it in the evening. It broke my heart. Hello, T Hop 42. Thank you. Maria Graham's hoping mother feels better. PIA is in the chat. This is her errand day. Can't speak individually right now. Tell my little buddy I said hello if that's where you're on your way. So, now the good news is that I I went today and picked up a bunch of medical supplies, a bunch of prescriptions that I need to do before my trip next week because Monday I am on the road again. Yeah, oh yes, I will be on the road. And on my way to Arizona's house. Oh, Maria Graham, thank you. Thank you. Funny, funny story. They lived next door to us, and the last name was Scalero, like on all the Italian Marzano tomatoes and stuff like that. And his mom taught my mother how to make the original style Italian eggplant and some other Italian dishes. And my mom taught Miss his mother how to make collard greens and sweet potato pies. And all the years of all the years of all the years, they would smile and we would go to each other's houses and enjoy those meals made by the other one's mom. Donzel Cooper, thank you for coming and welcome, welcome, welcome. Maria Graham says, sorry for our loss. He was like a brother, uh, especially to my brother, because my baby brother was many years younger than the brother that's closest in age to me. And this guy was closer to age to my sister Joanne as well. So, Donzel Cooper's welcoming you in Demps Designs. So, thank you, thank you, thank you. Then, after I went to get the medical supplies today, in one town, I crossed and went to another town here in Connecticut, and I submitted my artwork for an upcoming exhibit. And I picked out 3 paintings with you guys' help. And guess what? I had it in the back of the car. And when I went to pick up the medical supplies, I'd opened the trunk, the trunk to the SUV, as well as the back seat. And I asked the guy to, all the things weren't ready. All the things weren't ready. So I got him to put the medical supplies and other things on the back seat, I thought. No. Guess what? He reached over the back seat to the trunk and put this bag of heavy stuff on top of my paintings, glass paintings. Nancy, our church at home. Hello, everyone. Thank you for coming, Nancy. Lorraine T. Hello, Mom Pankey. Feel better sooner, Mana. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. So, Mommy would say, well, you know, we weren't put on this earth uh, to be here forever, but it's just that it was so unexpected, so sudden. And I found out about it last evening, and his biological sister asked me to contact the other members in my family. She just couldn't do it. So that was my job as the eldest to let the others know. And it just broke my heart. It broke my heart, but I was a big girl. I was a big girl. And now he is there with his wife and both of his parents and my dad. Yeah. So, que sera, sera. And it's been a long life of love and friendship. Why? Because good friends become family, and family is everything. It doesn't matter the race, religion, the creed, the ethnicity. Real friendship is real friendship. Oh, but by the way, they they are Catholic. And guess what? The new pope has been announced, and he is from the United States. So, what happened to my painting, Maria Graham? One of them, the frame broke. This one, the frame broke, and and it was this painting. It's got a double background. But you know what I say? Oh yeah, what mom says is we didn't come to stay here. I'm just thankful that I'm still here and that you guys are still here. And I appreciate it. And I got to tell you our family story of love. So I took the two paintings that were ready to hang inside, and it was a long walk. I'm not able to stand or walk very far, and some of you know that I've had a hip replacement and two knee replacements, and I would say the last 3 years plus other stuff. And it was a long walk to go to the first place, then the second place, to get the stuff out of the car. I did take a little cart, so I pushed it as if it was some type of a walker or something. So I made it. And the lady was actually, she said, "Well, do you have three?" I said, "No, I have two." But it was too far for me to go to get the other one and bring it back. But you know what? Two is better than zero. The glass is still half full, not half empty. And I was able to submit two of the paintings, where I haven't submitted anything to this organization in the last 3 years because of surgeries and because of the shutdown. They weren't able to have it for a while. So mission accomplished. Mission accomplished. Then I came home, put my leg up for a minute, and then started running around. So Maria Graham, my hair is all fuzzy and curly because I didn't do what I try to fix myself up before I go live and see you all. Put my lips on. If those of you look very carefully during the shutdown and I was wearing my mask every day, I lost one of these good earrings. Huh, flinging the mask off outside. I lost one of these. So I wear these for every day now. They're mismatched, but nobody notices until I say it. So, what are you guys working on? Put a one in the chat if you are working in your garden. Maria Graham texted me earlier and said it was raining cats and dogs in her state in South Carolina. And we are getting cats and dogs raining tomorrow, Friday. Well, I I have a helper on Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. So tomorrow I will have help, but we won't be able to put my plants out in the garden. The seedlings that I've germinated inside, I was just going to put outside and put them in the soil where God can water them for me with rainwater, or my helper can come and water them maybe at least once a week while I am on my staycation. So Maria Graham has been working in her garden. Oh, even though it's been raining. Okay. Okay. So you guys, let me check the chat on my phone because guess what? Guess what? As soon as I find it, I have okay, let me pull it up. Live chat. Okay. I have something to tell you, except I can't find it. I have yes, I have 2,198 subscribers. And when I get to 2,200, I will do a little giveaway. Lorraine T says, yes, so glad I was able to get 2 paintings in this showing. So I am too. And almost every year for the last, I want to say 25 years, I submit a quilt or something in some type of a challenge. I was able to submit a couple of quilts on the 3 years that there wasn't a public exhibition somewhere at a university, an art gallery or something. But I was able to submit a couple of quilts to a virtual tour that was in other countries. So that was good. I like to have something on my little resume to stay current. And that's just how it is. What are you guys doing? Are any of you, I saw Nancy in here, are any of you quilting or sewing or creating, painting, the fine arts, heritage arts? It all counts. Later on this year, I plan to submit a quilt or two to the Connecticut. Connecticut doesn't have a state fair. Oh my gosh. North Carolina used to have such a big state fair with animals and art and everything. There were quilt exhibits like in Raleigh, North Carolina, at what is the sports center, something where you could submit at like 400 quilts. And I used to be a judge as well as on the committee for some of those. So I'm excited that I'm getting back out into the art community and not just sitting in the house with the door shut. I did teach arts and crafts downstairs in the community room until the shutdown, but then it wasn't safe to do so. Hey, Miss Joyce One, thanks for coming and welcome, welcome, welcome. She says, hello, beautiful queen and family in the chat. Hand pink waving, orange face frowning. That must be about the good news and the bad news. So I appreciate you. And thank you, thank you, thank you. So, for those of you who are content creators in the chat, put an exclamation mark GQUAT. I'll see if I can put it in the chat, and that will drop your link so that others can find you. Maria Graham is working on a quilt of her own design. It is so freeing to be able to create your own pattern. Most of my patterns are most of my patterns well, I think I put GQUAT, but yeah, it's up there. But to do your own, she's working on a lap quilt and making her own design. I I'm making smaller quilts, but not lap quilts because I'm a big thick girl, and when I sit down, I want to cover up a little bit more than my lap. If I were in a wheelchair, I would do that, but I like to cover my shoulders or my knees. My knees always ache. Of course, I've had a 2 knee replacements. Miss Joy has dropped her link in there. L Triple G says she enjoys crocheting and it brings her peace. Guess what? Da-da-da-da-da-da. I have something because when I get to 2200, I am going to do a giveaway. So guess what? I had this here because I was going to take it on a plane. I don't know if they will allow me to have knitting needles because they're kind of pointy, and life happens. Even though I have bamboo needles that I was going to take. So what this is a crocheted dishcloth that I will give away when I get to 2200. If I get to 2200 tonight, I will give it away tonight. So spread this, share this live stream out, and we might have a giveaway tonight. So I like white in my table dishcloths. Why? Because I use a lot of bleach in cleaning, and it doesn't bleach them out. I also have a little green and white, like sort of camo that I like to use a lot. Why? Because it's just a neutral color, and I have men and women subscribers in the chat, and I want to make things that will be a suitable gift for anyone, but you will always be able to see what it is that I'm doing. So this is kind of an adapted granny square, where but all the stitches in the middle are filled in, and just the corner stitches are loose, and makes it dry easier. Mike's Chaotic Gardening. What are you doing over there? You and your fat squirrels, and you and your wife tasting those hot peppers. I wonder if you can give hot peppers to squirrels. I know that you can put hot pepper seeds in your bird planters to keep the bears out and to keep the other animals out, and it doesn't affect the birds. Lorraine T. Oh my gosh. You have squash and watermelon seedlings ready to go in my raised bed. Oh, you're just showing off. When you were in Connecticut and New Jersey, you're a little behind, wasn't doing all that. Now that you're down there in Virginia 7B, you're just showing off. And I don't know if my plants are going to make it. They're mostly going outside when I go to Arizona, but I'm going to take this off so you can see my hands better. I'm going to hide this. I think I did. Okay. Maybe I didn't. So I guess that didn't work. In fact, it made it bigger, but I will just hold my hands up and keep crocheting. And if I get to 2,200 subscribers, and you will have to be a subscriber in order to win this gift. Mother's Day card. No, I didn't receive a Mother's Day card, but let me show you guys. I do have a mail haul here, and it says, if only I wish there was something I could do or say to lift you up and make you feel better. This is from one of the subscribers to the channel, and it says, know that I am here for you, and you are in my thoughts. You are not alone. I'm so glad that we are friends. You are a one-of-a-kind person. Have fun on vacation and get some rest. And then it has some other personal information. It says they joined another quilting group in town. Oh, good for them. I am so glad to be instrumental in doing that and encouraging you to do that. And I don't know, let me twist around so that I don't strain my poor little rotator cuff. I think I showed you. Well, let me show you two things. And I had trays and trays of dandelions flowers that I collected, and they're dried. They're in here, and I put an oxygen remover in here, actually a couple of them, because I'm just going to leave them in this jar until I get back in June. Huh. I can't usually smell things. It does have a mild little smell. And when I get back, I will make some dandelion salve. But what I will make dandelion comfrey salve. I have a small comfrey plant that who gave me? Uh, excuse me, almost homesteading with Janet, and it's been indoors. I can't wait to put it in the ground. Another Gina has the biggest one in the ground. I am so envious, but that was a good healthy cough. So I'm glad before the tariffs, before all that stuff goes on. Here, I think I might have shown it to a couple of you, but I have some pure, unrefined, raw shea butter, 5 pounds, naturally enriched by vitamin A, E, F, and K, wonderful for the skin and conditioning of hair. Heat seal in a Mylar food grade bag to seal in all of its healing properties. Ooh, and here is this. So I will be making a lot of body butters coming up, and other skin and hair products. PIA is able to say that she's at a stop. So of course my crochet hook fell on the floor. So I will be crocheting because Auntie Joe, Maria, she's saying hello, Auntie Joanne and Maria. So I got my suitcase packed. Took me like I want to say 3 hours to get all my vitamins and medications. What I do when I go on long trips, I put everything in one little bag. It's actually some of my seed bags, but they're paper. And I take a 30-day supply and I put everything in one bag. I know my morning things that I'm supposed to take for my evening things. So, Mike says he can barely walk. He overdid it. Can I bring Sissy, do you want some? Are you talking about the shea butter? I will. It's a brick. I'll get somebody to help me tomorrow. Mike says be right back. His tea is ready. So, yes indeedy, Sissy. Yes indeed. And I usually, even for just regular use, even without I didn't make the dandelion slash comfrey salve yet. But what I do is I take extra pure EVOO, extra virgin olive oil, and I mix it with shea butter. And then when it melts, I take the beater and whip it up, whip it up, whip it up. I know that Joanne Stephen has lots of glass jars at her house. I want to I want to use some of her paints and paint some of them, or do something to make it pretty. Paint some quilting squares, something on it, stripe, something to make them pretty. But I will do that. Of course, we are going to have, excuse me, family day where we polish this 100-year-old uh, pure silver eating flatware. And I don't believe in saving things for later. I have so many things that I saved from other houses that I never used. Left that last homestead, so it was sold as is, with everything in the cabinets, the closets, everything. So now I use everything. Well, I don't have a lot of stuff. This is an apartment and it only holds so much, but I use everything. Like, I don't know if you saw that little gold plate that I eat out of sometimes. Hunty, I eat my beans out of that plate. It was and it was by Mikasa. Mikasa's the one that makes, I think, pearls and all that good stuff. You're gonna miss me again. You're coming up there on the 22nd, like ships passing in the night. I'll be here though, sis, one of these times. Jags, the honey slanger. Thanks for coming and welcome, welcome, welcome. I've been catching you and giving a thumbs up, but I've been just running around. I don't know if I've left messages. You know what? These phones are too busy. Too busy. I already told them that I don't want to do this. They're telling me that my iPhone now supports blood pressure monitoring. Try now, later. Nobody asked you that. Oh, my dad used to say that. That used to make us kids so mad. He would call us on the carpet to explain something. Look at this. I don't want it, don't need it. Mike, put your legs up on a small stool so the blood will flow real good. Can't stop walking, but well, I say can't stop love making. Oh boy, can't stop. These are not my other glasses. Can't stop walking, but love mowing and cruising. Thanks for coming and stay safe on that big red truck, sir. Hey, Queen. She's saying PIA, Lorraine, Joanne, Maria. Jegs manages to get everybody in. Everybody in. Look at this. Nobody wants all this. They're doing too much as it is. That's why I won't have an Apple Watch. They probably sneak in, getting your business, all your stuff, and transmitting it to who knows who. Your insurance company, people that don't want to hire you, whatever, whatever. I don't know. I don't trust all that stuff. I don't trust all that stuff. So I have been eating well. I have been eating well. I don't know what is going on here. Trying to get back to the chat. I already told you later. Oh, done. These phones are doing the most. And if you would like to support the channel, we do have memberships available. They're $1.99. And the money goes for good deeds in the neighborhood and giving back. I buy whatever my phone already does, Auntie. I know. I know. You want to know how many steps I took today? So far, I took, I'll tell you how many steps and how many miles. But the thing of it is, I have a cart that I put a lot of things in and I push it. So if my purse is on there, which can be heavy sometimes, and I had my keys, my help me, I've fallen and I can't get up alert. I've had all this stuff and I push it in the cart. So it doesn't always register how many steps I took. But it's not all the steps in the world. But I am almost 77 years old and I'm still getting up and doing stuff. So I've done 2,000, it says, but I've done more, 2,736 steps today and point nine tenths of a mile. So LGGG said she's preparing lunch. I had leftovers today. I had the best turkey, was it turkey or chicken sausage meatballs for Monday? No, Wednesday, and pasta and a purple cabbage salad. Oh, you know what? I talk about traditions and I spell it with a ZNS. And my daughter, of course, is a master cook. She's not a chef per se, a family chef, but she cooks most of the family meals, the big, big, big family meals. And my granddaughter is a sous chef and does baking. My great granddaughter has a business doing baking and sweets and whatnot. But I want to show you something that my son made and ouch and posted on Facebook. And I don't know if you can see it. This is his shrimp, and he did something different. He put it over cream of wheat instead of grits with cheese. Then he posted look at Amazon delivering for mommy for Mother's Day. So hold on. This is his chicken and rice with some type of Asian sauce on the rice that he was going to take it to work, but he ended up, he said, eating it all. He doesn't eat a lot of carbs, but this day he had some. You walking more than the big my back self. I'm trying. Make a nice necklace holder for that alert. Keep it on me. Oh, it has an alert. I have it, Mike. I wear it around my neck when I go out because if I fall and I can't get up and it's over there in my purse or something, I actually wear it on my neck. And you know what else? I I wear my keys on my neck on a lanyard that I made. Who did I see come in? Wellness with Frugal Mama. I seen you this morning. I seen you with that green wrap. I have to learn how to make better galays and head wraps. I'm not really good at it. So going back to my son, oh, I can tell this is like jasmine or basmati rice because it's those long, thin rice flakes. Why am I showing you this, you guys? Because the tradition of my family, everybody cooks. Everybody cooks. The baby is 5 years old, and my branch of the family, he likes to go in there and help make salads for grandma. And then he wants to be the one to carry it from the kitchen, through the dining room, through the den, through the living room, through the entrance foyer, into her bedroom, and give it to her on the chair. Him, such a little big man. So my son, I think it was one Father's Day or something. He doesn't celebrate days like holidays, birthdays, Christmas, Easter, whatever. I forget what you call it, but he doesn't do that. So when I want to give him something, I just pick a day and just give it to him. So I wanted him to have an air fryer. I had an air fryer that my granddaughter gave me that I had for 2 years before I even used it. And then one of my helpers came in a few years ago and started heating it. Now I don't want to use my big oven unless it's like for a big meal. When the microwave dies, this one, I'm getting rid of it so that I can have the counter space because it's a really big one. It's a really big one. And I will be cooking every day in Arizona, you guys, or almost every day. That's my threat, sissy, or my pledge. I pledge to cook for you and Uncle Roscoe every day that I am out there. I make really good cornbread. And my helper likes to eat cornbread with her coffee for breakfast some mornings. Normally, we eat old fashioned oatmeal with some fruit in it, whichever fruit, an apple, raisins, sometimes nuts. At least the 3 days a week she's here, I'm good and I eat it. She says, "Oh, Mrs. Helen, my stomach went down and my blood pressure went down." So my cholesterol is fair. I think it's 1 point above where it should be. It's 201 instead of 200. I grew half an inch. I don't know whether it's because I'm stretching and standing up straighter, or when they put my new knees in, they made me, it made me a half an inch taller. So I am now 5'4". Thank you very much. So I'm kind of pleased about it because it helps my BMI or whatever it is uh, to have whatever it is. And yeah, so I'm just looking around at this chair. I'll have to remember the shea butter. So see, don't let me forget because at room temperature. It's pure. It's a solid hard cube. Oh, I forgot. I gave my sister for a house gift an air fryer when I was there a year and a half ago. And I gave Aaron. Aaron is my only biological son. And he said, "Mom, I don't like gifts. I don't do gifts, Mom. Mom, I don't need anything." Okay, fine. But you call me mom, right? That means I'm your mom. You're not my dad or whatever. So I sent him this air fryer. He opened it up. He says, this is the one gift I would accept. And he makes award winning, like chicken wings and stuff like that. He boils eggs in the air fryer. Did you know that you can boil eggs in an air fryer? Yeah, I think you put it on like 200 and you fill the tray up, and the directions, you can Google them. I actually I do have an air fryer book. Wow, the quilt that I still haven't finished putting the binding on fell. Yes, so we're going to use that air fryer, Sissy, because it's summer. It's summer, and we're going to be trying some new stuff. How many of you put a 3 in the chat? How many of you knew that you can boil eggs in an air fryer? Yes. You can boil a whole bunch of them. Like if you have the air fryer, I have a Ninja air fryer. It's like the old traditional one, not the big family size one, because there's no big family living here and I already cook too much. Yep, you make your boiled eggs in an air fryer. And what it does is it burns so little electricity. And in Arizona, when it's 120 degrees, we don't need to be burning any electricity. Any electricity. Although that house, so see, I'm not telling your business, but especially like the houses air conditioned in different units, there are 3 air conditioners in that house. 3. 1, 2, 3. So when I'm there and I'm up on the second floor, and heat rises, unfortunately they have to have the air conditioner on up there to get some air. So Auntie Joanne's birthday is next week and her anniversary is next week. Maria Graham says that's good to know. PIA says she had no idea. PIA will Google it. Google it. I saw you and your brother doing something. Oh, he was helping you plant snake plants, Tracy. And each one, do you guys know a bunch of snake plants? It has like these little thick roots. I can't think of the name of it right now. My brain is tired. About this big. At Home Depot or Lowe's or even Walmart, a little bunch like this is $20. I have some and they grow on the window. Let me see if I can show you. They grow on the window. I don't know if you can see them up there. It's almost that one in the middle is almost up to the top. The it gets so thick. I'm trying to turn around slowly so I don't make you guys throw up. And they grow so thick. I had like 3 pots of those in the window. And then there's a spider plant. Those are supposed to be really good plants to have inside for the oxygen. And I took about 20 babies off and gave them to my helper last week. Last year, I took like 50 of the babies off and put them in the little peat pockets and gave them away. Mike said, happy early birth anniversary, sissy. So I'm going out there to annoy them. Oh, those were his snake plants, and you're going to get 2 of them. They will, your temperature is pretty much like mine. They will fill up that whole pot. They'll fill up that whole thing, the rhizomes. And you'll see little baby ones. Don't overwater them, though. Don't overwater them. Yes, air purification. I have a lot of plants in here. I have plants in the bathroom. I have a big snake plant. It can grow as tall as it wants. It's about 5 feet tall. I've given snake plants to at least 5, 10 people in the building. I have the ginger because my ginger that I just started in March, it's like 2 feet high, and there's no more room in here. You see, when I turn the computer around, this is like one big major room with different sections, and I'm not going to be able to put her outside. When I get back in June, I'll put her outside. But all of these, you'd love to come too, but it's too hot there. It's not hot in the inside. When I used to be able to walk 3 miles a day, Auntie Joanne and Uncle Roscoe and we used to walk 3 miles every day. And we'd go out at 5 o'clock in the morning. We would meet at the staircase, and I would come down, sit there, put my sneakers on. We don't wear shoes in the house there either. And we would go do our walk, and then we go around the development, and then we would come back and go around this little park so many times until we got to the amount of miles that we said we would walk. And then 1, 2, 3, we would walk one by one back home and come in the back gate and sit back there until, I don't know, breakfast, coffee, something. I'm excited. I'm excited. Are any of you planning on traveling this year? I'm curious. I only have, let's see, today's Thursday. Friday, it's going to rain cats and dogs. Friday, Saturday, Sunday, Monday. I only have 3 days, and then Sunday, I'm going to see my mother. And I'm trying to think. My doctor wants me to get a COVID booster before I get on a plane and do all this stuff. But I don't know if I'm going to have time. You hear me go clearing my throat. It's because I have chronic bronchitis and asthma. So I didn't do my inhalers yet. I always have one around, but I don't cough, and I will take my mask on the plane. Mike said it's not really hot yet. Do any of you, ARD, pair character flying in the air with a red cape and a smile on his face? Thank you for coming, and welcome. Hold on, I'm going to dance for you. Dance for you. All right. Munty. All right. You guys know I don't really do the hokey pokey, right? I saw the funniest, I guess it was a short that somebody sent me Thank you, ARD. Can't stop. You gotta oops live. You need delete. I know that's right. I saw a picture of a lady with a walker with no rhythm, with no rhythm, and she was doing the boots on the ground dance, and she was snapping her fan. I thought I would tinkle on myself. No, mother, I didn't say that. I wasn't being rude and disrespectful. Miss Shirley OG Gardner. Oh, I know. I owe Nikki a dance too. When Nikki, the everyday life of an OCD-ish chick, comes in, because she gave a super chat at the end of the last chat, but it had already ended. So, Nikki girl, I'm a dance for you. Dance for you. Going to put some videos on when I get back, and my helper and I are going to do dance exercise. I really want to get back to Tai Chi though, because my balance was so much better when I did Tai Chi. I remember at a point I could not even be in a car and back up, driving without feeling like dizzy. But with Tai Chi, doing the slow things that you do, and moving your hands and legs and leaning, and even exercising your eyeballs, uh, holding your head and moving, your that's the only way you can exercise your brain is by moving your eyeballs. I don't know if you knew that. And stretching your eyes all the way to the corner, turning and doing it all the way to another corner. And another exercise that we used to do in Tai Chi, and it was this, like wringing your hands. Most of you work with your hands in the garden, you do arts and crafts. You just keep doing this, and you do it kind of firm, kind of hard, and it exercises the joints in your hand. When I come back, I'm going to get some go to the meat market, to the butcher, and get some beef. It was a beef cartilage or something, and make my own bone marrow broth with that. I make bone marrow broth with other bones, but I'm going to get some with the beef bones, because those are supposed. That's supposed to be really good for helping you rebuild cartilage. Rebuild cartilage. So, how many? How many of you plan to start a garden, but you have not started it? Wellness with Frugal Mama says, greetings, everyone, and happy Thursday. Happy Thursday to you. So drop your links in the chat. Miss Shirley OG Gardner will be going live at 7 o'clock. My poor little nap. You do that at night with your hands, Maria? Yeah, this is really, really good. Really, really good. And you feel the difference with your hands. Me, I live in a building where you buzz people in, and when I come in the kitchen and wait for them to get to my door, I do calf raises, like rocking back and forth, and calf raises. So Miss Joy's one link should be coming up soon. So don't forget to put exclamation mark GQUAT to drop your links and connect with each other. I have a new subscriber. I forgot his name, but I met him through Watermelon Wars. He was reaching out to Broke Farmer and threatening all those folks. I don't know what I'm going to do about my planter garden posting, because for the next two postings, I will be in Arizona. But guess what I'll do? I'll just plant something there. That it doesn't say that you can't have two gardens or two sets of herbs. Your arthritic bones need that Tai Chi, Lorraine T. It really helps. When I moved here in this building, they had Tai Chi, chair Tai Chi, but I got kind of disillusioned with it. I wanted to stand up and move, but everybody is not able. She says, "Oh, you're welcome, Joy T. Thank you for coming and welcome, welcome, welcome." For those of you who are quilters, if you go over to Miss Joyce's channel, she is collecting blocks for a community quilt, and you can participate and find out all the details over there. For those of you who were here, I think it was last Thursday when I was sewing blocks for for community quilting, and I will be submitting them when I get back. They're not due for October, so I'm always working on something. Always working on something new. When I went to submit my artwork today, the ladies were saying that I think one of them was about 30, and she was saying that her generation, nobody knows how to crochet anymore. I think she had planned on joining the channel, this channel, subscribing. Now you can join. The membership is $1.99 if you'd like to contribute to helping and giving back to others. I use that. It's not a lot of money, but I use it for postage, for giveaways, and for helping others. I do a lot of little giveaways. I don't post it because I want the people that come here automatically, naturally, and enjoy being here to come. And it's my way of giving back, not to try to get like 2,201 subscribers. That doesn't matter to me. I mean, I appreciate it. I appreciate each and every one of you, but I don't have giveaways just to grow my channel. Not just to grow my channel. So, this little dishcloth will be ready. I take the handicap bus a lot. There's a senior handicap bus, and it's so cheap. You can't drive anywhere and pay parking and spend your gas, your vehicle wear and tear, depending on the type of vehicle that you have. I don't use small vehicles. I like big ones with 4 doors, four-wheel drive, all that stuff. And it's just not worth it. For $3.50, Marie Graham said, "Don't forget to put my medicines in my suitcase for my trip." Yes, I did that. They're already in there. They're actually in my backpack because I carry my backpack on the plane, and I carry Hershey on the plane as a carry-on. We get subscribers organically. I rather have engagement over numbers too, Mike. I like having people here who genuinely care about each other. We support each other, and it's, I don't know, everybody to each his reach, and a man or woman's reach should ever exceed their grasp. But that's not what I'm trying to do. Been there, done that. I've worked hard in my life. I've been well compensated in my life. I don't have it now because you know what? You can plan for life, and then you have a medical something to come up, something major, and boom, you have to divest yourself, downsize, or you can't handle it, take care of it anymore. And 50,000 subs. Mike said he knows people with 50,000 subs, but nobody ever likes or comments. I know. I know. And I don't always get a chance to comment, but I always give the thumbs up, and I go back, and then sometimes I binge comment. Um, and I had somebody say, "Oh, people aren't watching them; they're just commenting." No, I watch on TV. I go in there and put my big behind on the bed. Like some people have chaise lounges or whatever. I don't have one. My sofa is over there, as you probably see when I turn my camera sometime. I have it on lifters, and it's up high. I like to sit there in the morning when I'm hand sewing things because it's such a beautiful light that comes in, especially if I'm sewing with black thread on black fabric. Oy vey. I really need to be over there so that I can see what I'm doing. Google likes engagement too. Huh. Yep. So, all right, let me move my stiff little knee around. So, when I come back, I will put my new quilting frame up and work on finishing some of these many quilt tops that I have done. And I have a new baby coming on May 29th. He will be born. DKC Crafts LLC. Hello, hello, and welcome. If you're not a subscriber, please feel free to subscribe because I will be having a little giveaway when I get to 2,200 subscribers, and I'm at 2198. 2198. So I just saw my recipe for consiglio's shrimp scampi. I don't know how that popped up here. Let me see what is going on, and I might have to do a giveaway tonight. Subscriptions, but or Saturday. Okay, so I'm just trying to see if I need to do a quick little giveaway. So I think next week is our last week of cold weather here. So I don't want my babies. I've been nursing them since March 5th. I don't want to put them outside and something happen to them. What I'm going to do when I leave to go to Arizona, it's not going to be hot until June. I have put my seedlings out on the 4th of July and still had a good harvest. My ginger's doing really well. I have hot peppers. And if I need to, I will buy some starts. I have a wonderful garden. Miss Shirley said, sorry, she's eating dinner. Hello to anyone she may have missed. So she goes live and she needs to eat dinner before she goes live. I have severe acid reflux, not to be talking about my business. So I eat early. I usually eat before 4 p.m. So I'm sitting up doing things and, trying to let my food digest. I will have to have a little procedure when I come back to help with that. But I'm like, I am not doing anything before my vacation. Before my vacation. So I have 1, 2, 3, 4 rows that I'm working on. When I get to 5, I will end it and put it in with a pile of other little things for my giveaway. And then Saturday, I will be working on a giveaway. Yeah, a gift. It's a gift. My helper is trying to make a quilt, her first quilt, and I'm not sure if it will be finished before I leave, but it will be at a point where she can hand finish it if I'm not able to do it on Saturday. Monday night, I'm leaving Oh Dark 100. My daughter doesn't know. My daughter doesn't know what time I'm leaving. One time I was in Maryland at the family condo there, and but it was I had a lot of health problems then. Sifting some soil, Mona. Hey Mona, I saw you and who was it? It's the Semper Fi dude, Gary, and everybody. I saw you all. You get all that good cooking, Joanne. Yes, I spoil them whatever they want. I actually want to stop at Costco on the way home from the airport. It's about an hour ride from Phoenix, Sky Harbor. So, and we pass a. There's so much building going on out there. It was the boondocks when they moved out there, like 15, 16, 18 years ago. And now it is so populated. So many buildings, so many condos. I started to buy a little condo out there near one of the quilt shops and not too far away. And I decided not to. Why? Because when I go there, well, number one, I want to stay in Connecticut, closer to my mom. I'm about an hour from where my mother is, and I also uh, got my little place set up with all the little things I need and want. Blessings to everyone. Sorry for the delay. Multitasking. Blessings, blessings. Keep supporting others. I appreciate you. ARD, a resilient dad. I meant to ask you, did you run on the Boston Marathon? I know that you are a runner and you train for marathons, and you've been quiet lately. Quiet, quiet, quiet. So, yes. So, you guys, I'm going to shut it down tonight a little bit early. I'm a little bit tired emotionally and physically from all the things I did today. Don't forget, Miss Shirley will be on. And you see that one little FaceTime notification? That was my mother. She knows how to push that button to FaceTime when she gets ready. So I'm going to call mom and see what's going on with her. I wasn't able to reach her yesterday. So now it's time to say goodbye to all our lovely friends. In American Sign Language, this is an I, this is an L, this is a U. This is how to say I love you. And hold on for the outro.